Hey guys, we're back with the Screen Team. My name is Chris, and we are doing musical reviews for you this evening for the Screen Team.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Are those jazz hands you were doing? Yeah. We were joined by Toby. We took care of the movies Funny Girl and Funny Lady. Have you ever seen those, Sabrina?
Yes.
Love them. Great movies. And you're going to do another musical for us, a classic in the world of both cinema and Broadway. The movie is called The King and I.
Yes.
That's correct. I was hoping for a little bit more there, but that's okay. So The King and I, why did you pick this? Why?
Well, because when I was a young thing, I saw it, I guess it was on TV, and I fell in love with musicals. This is one of the things that tied together both movies and stage for me. So it was kind of like a realization period for me.
And what's this movie about? We start off in the very beginning. We see Anna, who is a school teacher, correct?
Yes, and she has come from America to teach the children of Siam.
Okay, and
particularly the king of Siam's children.
And he's got 20 kids? Something like that?
He's got a lot. He's got 20 wives or more. So and those are just the ones in his favor.
He don't mess around.
Oh, yes, he does.
Touche. Let's talk about Anna a little bit. Anna is, we said she's a school teacher, but she's also, she's not very dainty. She's a go-getter, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and she was married to a military man, and so she's comfortable with rules and regulations and no gray area. Okay. You do what you say you're going to do and never commit to more than you can offer. Okay,
so I'm curious. I would assume that the King of Siam kind of has those kind of same values as well. Where is the conflict with these two?
No, he doesn't have the exact same values.
He doesn't?
No, because
he's a king.
Because he's king, he can do what he wants.
Oh.
And the rules don't always apply to him because he can change them.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's where the conflict is.
The conflict comes from in his original letter to her, I will provide you with blah, 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 and a house adjacent to the kingdom.
And he kind of he reneges on that.
Yeah, he forgot that he promised that, and she did not. And so she's like, no, I'm not staying if I cannot have my own quarters. Because she doesn't want her son exposed to some of his ways. In particular, the women and his, she's taught her son one man, one woman, and she's not going against the king's way of living. She doesn't want her son exposed to it.
Gotcha. Understand. So this is a musical. How is the music in this particular movie?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's traditional in the sense that it's everything that you were used to seeing at the time that it came out. So it was not, off the wall or anything like that. There are some very long love songs in this, but it's a love story on different levels.
Okay, hold on a second. You just told me that the king, he's got 20 wives, and you've got the teacher who's very strict and very and
is a widow.
A widow, you get married and that's it kind of thing.
Right.
So where's the love story at?
There's multi levels of love, right? You and I understand that. You have a love for your child, you have a love for your spouse, you have a love for your family and your friends. And so all those different levels. Well, the king and Anna develop a love for one another. Maybe it's not a romantic husband-wife type of love, but a love out of respect, admiration, and companionship. And that takes the entire show to develop and display itself. Now, there's also a young couple, a woman who is brought to the king as a gift to be one of his wives. And there's a guy that works for the kingdom that she's presented from, and they have a secret love affair. And he's sick over the fact that he had to give her away and never let anybody know that they were in love. So it's a secret love, and they're struggling to try and figure out a way for her to escape so she's not subjected to being one of the king's wives. Anna finds out about this, and that's where Anna gets involved too. She she is pleaded to help me, help me, help me. And so Anna educates her on a few things that enables her to do what she decides to do through a play, actually. The wives write a play and present it based on Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Really?
Reading material that Anna provided them because she was teaching the wives to read. So they take Uncle Tom's Cabin and she personalizes, this one girl personalizes it, and then she escapes. It makes everybody mad. Did you watch this movie?
I watched like 10 minutes of it, man. I could not get into it. I just couldn't. I love musicals, but this one just didn't do it for me, man. I recognize one song, and I'm the whole time we've been doing this review, I've been trying to think, okay, how does that song go? And I'm thinking, I Feel Pretty. No, that's West Side Story. So I'm getting all these songs like wrapped up in my head, but I can't think of the one. Do you remember the most famous song in this film?
I couldn't tell you what's the most famous. There's just a lot.
Can you sing me one of them?
There's "Hello, Young Lovers, Wherever You Are."
No, that's not the one.
And, there's a. She sings a whistle song in the beginning with her son when they're leaving the ship.
Whistle While You Work.
Yeah, no,
that's Snow White,
not
right?
Quite that song, but. And then there's the children's entrance, and then there's
How does that go?
No, there's the entrance where they're coming in, da 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 da, dun 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 dun. It's like one of the most famous tunes. Mm-hmm. You sing that, and anybody in theater will know that that's King and I.
Right on.
And then there's Getting to Know
That's
You.
it. Okay. That's the one. That's it. Awesome.
And that's where she's sitting as an instructor with her kids.
That part I like.
With his kids.
Well, Sabrina, so if you're into musicals, you're going to like King and I, right? Except for me.
Except for you.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Movie stars, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that as a student teacher so many years ago, actually, you had the pleasure of teaching high school students and co-directing with the real teacher there, I guess, whatever you say. And so we worked with a bunch of talented high school students in Cape Girardeau, actually, to do this show. And it was just wonderful to work on.
All right. Sabrina, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Always love your intellect, beauty, and spiciness.
And the fact that I watch the movies you don't.
Exactly. It helps. It really does. But Sabrina's going to be joining us again later on in the show. You're going to be doing the movie The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. But we got Jake coming in next, getting ready to review a classic and one of our Screen Team Hall of Fame pictures, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's next right here on the Screen Team.